Hey, are you stupid?
No, I see you went with the reverse French boy look today.
I can't win with this guy.
Well,
I went as far opposite as French boy as I could go. This is like the inverse of French boy.
Yeah, but it's still stripes.
Yeah,
you just like stripes.
You just don't like style.
I'm cool with stripes. I love style. Nothing speaks style more than me.
The other episode, your shirt was pretty wrinkly. That one. It
was
fresh out
the
brand new
package.
shirt. And
yeah.
I didn't really notice the day of, but then once I started watching the clips, I was like,
Me
"You got
too.
a wrinkly shirt."
Yeah, and it did look like it was fresh out the package, and it was.
Hey, well, I'm happy for you.
So, what do you like about stripes this much that conjures you to wear it in 2 straight episodes?
Wait.
Was it 2 straight?
I just feel like you think stripes are like a big deal.
Well, I don't think they're no deal. I'm just
you make them seem like it's like that. It like if you walked in here with like a helmet on, I'd be like, oh, that's like a different thing.
Yeah.
So I would ask why you're wearing a helmet. But like if you walk in with stripes, it's not like, whoa, you're wearing stripes. You know?
Okay. What's the difference between horizontal and vertical stripes? Like, what do they do for you? Because I think vertical stripes, they do something in horizontal.
I feel like vertical makes you look like kind of Metro and like skater and like.
Well, I just meant like for your body. I thought like vertical was known as being like maybe it makes you skinnier, and then horizontal stripes make you look like.
Are you saying I look
a little bigger?
I look wide.
I'm not saying you look wide. I'm just saying those stripes could be seen to make you wide.
Well, I don't know. I feel pretty wide right now in a good way.
You look like a good wide.
Yeah, I'm happy.
You're good width.
The thing is, I don't really like stripes. It's just all my clothes were gifts to me by somebody, and
You've never bought your own shirt.
Not really, no.
I don't. You don't have any shirts that you bought, like for yourself. It's kind of weird.
My gym shirts, my workout shirts.
Okay, but regular shirt, day-to-day shirt.
I don't have a single shirt that I wear day-to-day that wasn't a birthday, Christmas, or, that's it. Birthday or Christmas.
The style that you have.
It's my sister's and my mom's.
It's not your style.
No. I wonder what my style...
You don't even have a style because you don't know what it is because you haven't bought clothes.
Well, I've said in the past, like, I've told people, like, you know what? This year, I'm going to go to Value Village. I'm going to go thrifting and find cool little things to get all hippie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think if I shopped for myself, it would be totally different than what I wear.
So what do you think you'd wear? What's like a bold thing you wish you could wear? Like overalls or something?
Dude, I swear to God, I was about to say and you said overall right as I was about to say.
You want to wear overalls?
I don't know. No, not like... for a purpose, but just for like, you know, the one strap.
Yeah.
And then the other strap's kind of dangling
There's
behind.
no purpose to wear overalls. Like what are their
farmers
purpose?
Like they wear them for a reason.
I don't think they do. I think they just wear them.
I think it's because like it's like a onesie. It's an adult working onesie, so that when it gets dirty and shit, you don't really feel like you're getting it's like your work thing.
Yeah, but you could also have like a work shirt and work pants.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. And overalls, yeah. I just think of a dude with wheat in his mouth, like a thing of wheat hanging out of his mouth, and he's got a hat on, straw hat, 3 teeth.
Yeah.
No shirt, just straight overalls. But now they're cool. They're like fashionable.
I know. What's going to be the next? Wait, I want to go back to stripes.
Okay.
Why are these such a thing to you?
I don't know. It's just funny to point out. Though I mean, this shirt I wouldn't have even noticed it. I just noticed that there were stripes, and then I finally put together this is the inverse of your last shirt.
Okay.
The French boy shirt, that one just really gets my eyes because it hurts my head sometimes.
Yeah. The thing that I have like a moral struggle with fashion because one part of me really loves like when we were in middle school, everything was neon and bright and like attention-seeking clothes.
You want to go back to that?
Well, no, like a part of me has always been in that. Like I love bright oranges for things.
I mean, you can wear them.
Like bright colors. And
Get some bright orange shorts. I just bought some orange shorts.
Whoa.
I know.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. I'm going to wear them in California, though, because they're just... They just scream, I live in L.A.
Yeah.
So that's going to be my debut.
Kyle's goal just to blend in.
Yeah.
Look like he fits the part.
Exactly.
Sorry if you guys hear banging.
Someone's banging outside.
Fuck, dude.
Was it stripes
happens,
or
man.
orange shorts, bright colors? You wish you could wear bright colors?
What are the shorts? Why'd you get orange shorts?
I wanted new shorts.
But I mean, are they gym shorts? Are they like
no,
board shorts?
they're like kind of I guess sweat material. They're like a little shorter.
Oh, Kyle's going with like the LeBron on his day off vibe.
Yeah, sure.
LeBron probably wears like when I picture LeBron on the weekend when he's not doing anything, I picture him wearing colorful sweat shorts with a Nike swoosh on one side.
Yep, I could see that.
He's got like his 3/4 socks, like the NBA socks. I don't think he wears the short ones on the weekends.
I think he's wearing sandals out by his pool.
Okay.
Although, let's be honest, LeBron's entire outfit might look like it's $30, but it's probably $3,000.
Yeah. No, that's my point. Is like I think he wears nice stuff.
So I'm LeBron on a budget. I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'm LeBron.
sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good compliment.
No, you aren't LeBron on a budget.
No.
You're just LeBron.
Just LeBron. Yeah. And my jump shot's just like his, too. His isn't
that
very good.
Dude, that was like indiscernible from the real one.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you practice that? Do you lay in bed at night and go?
Yeah. I lay in bed with my basketball and I just shoot towards my ceiling. Just try to graze my ceiling perfectly.
Dude, that was a thing in like every coming of age sports movie where the kid lays in their bed, whether it be a baseball or a basketball or even a football sometimes, and they just like, I never did that ever.
I did. I did that with basketballs. I did that with baseballs. Mostly did with baseball. I would practice my pitches.
Did you do it because you saw it in movies, or were you like, wow, this actually like kind of helps? Like I feel like it's, just working on my coordination a little bit.
I'm sure it maybe helped me a little bit. It's more just like when I would try a new pitch, or if I was changing up my grip on something, it's just getting comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Because it's all about like if you're not, it's how it comes off your hand. So you just got to practice that, like,
Yeah.
get to the basics.
I know, man.
Yeah,
I practice the basics of baseball
Definitely
all the time.
How many different types of pitches do you know?
Oh, like 9.
Yeah, you want to
least.
say 9 of them, or at least 5?
1 sec. Did I?
Oh, he pauses, right? Oh, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I started.
I always forget. Fastball.
Nice. Just straight up
four seam fastball,
All
2 seam fastball.
Okay. I'm just gonna count that as 1.
No, those are different pitches.
Okay, give me 9. Give me 7 more.
Okay, change up,
All right.
circle change.
I would just call that a change up. It's just a different way of throwing a change up. Like
There's different.
but every curveball has different grips. Most curveballs have different grips.
Okay.
Well, I just gave you curvevall.
Yeah. Well, I knew that.
Okay.
Okay. So 2 seam, 4 seam, curveball,
Change up.
up.
That's 4.
A floater.
Nope.
Come on. There's the way they kind of like bloop.
No.
It's not one.
There's a name for it.
Throw a floater.
There's a name for it. A specific name for it. I just taught Jordan it recently. There's no way you know it.
Okay. Well, that one aside.
It's an ephus.
So how many? What?
Ephus.
Well, that's stupid. An ephus. Was there a person named
I don't know.
Ephus?
I have no idea why it's called ephus.
How do you throw it? Like
You just don't throw it hard. It's just a lob.
but
very,
like,
very
but
rarely
is the
people
form kind of the same? You're just like.
Yeah, I mean, you want to try to make it as similar to your form as you can, but obviously you're going to have to slow your arm down to throw it that slow.
Yeah.
There's only probably 2 pitchers that do it.
Okay. Yeah, me being one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
A sinker,
Okay.
a cutter.
Okay. What is that? 6? We'll call that 6.
6.
All right, 3 more. Let's get 10. Let's get 4 more.
How many more do you think there are? Like, don't give me like the random ones that one person ever has done, but like general
I could
pitches?
definitely think of 4.
4 more.
4 pretty solid ones that are
Okay.
around.
I think that's the extent of my baseball knowledge.
All right, what about a splitter?
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
What about slider? Did you say slider?
I said
I don't think you said slider.
Is it wait, cutter? Did I say that?
Yeah, you said cutter.
Okay.
Slider's different. What else we got? Palm ball, knuckle ball.
Oh, a knuckleball. Come on, John.
Gyro ball.
Gyro.
Yeah, there was some Japanese pitcher that threw a gyro ball. I don't even know what it is.
That's cool.
Yeah. Screwball.
Yeah.
Fork ball.
Well, while we're on the sports
Yeah.
thing, you can keep saying them if you got more.
I'm gonna keep thinking. Say what you gotta say.
I was editing the clip where we were talking about last episode, or 2 episodes ago, how like video games are so infuriating. Wait,
Inferior?
infuriating.
infuriating.
We've been over this. Infuriating.
Yes.
And how they get like just make you so frustrated. And then I was thinking about like when you're playing a video game, when you're playing Call of Duty or something online, you're playing Call of Duty like how it was designed to be played, meaning at like the highest level, at like a professional level, the professional Call of Duty players are playing generally the same game you're playing when you hop online with the boys.
Okay.
So like the professionals and you are playing the same game, same rules, with a few exceptions here and there. Like there's certain guns that they don't use, and like there's certain maps they don't play on and shit. But I was thinking with traditional sports, it is so much more rare that the average person ever plays. Like in football, baseball, and basketball, the average person, when they're like, oh, like, I'm going to go play basketball, I'd say 80% of the time they don't mean they're going to go play a basketball game with 5 players versus 5 players where there's fouls and there's out of bounds and there's time and a like.
So what's your point?
No, my point.
There's no mini games and.
No, my point is it's not like I'm not saying one's better. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it was an observation that isn't that kind of wild that a huge percentage of the population that loves American football, I'd say 95% of them, or maybe 90%, have never probably even played football in their life. And they don't even get to experience what the game's like that they get to watch.
Yeah, it would be interesting being a fan. I've never been a fan of a sport that I haven't played. I will say football. I only played 1 year of football.
Yeah.
But I guess I grew up playing like in the street and stuff, so I knew what football was.
Yeah.
But it would be weird because there's people that never played any sports, but they're just a huge fan of a sport.
Yeah.
And it's different because for me, I love it because I grew up playing it.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but for me, I kind of view it when I'm watching a football game, subconsciously you analyze it in the sense of like, oh, this is kind of like what I did when I played 1 year in 6th grade or whatever, but just like magnified. And obviously it's a totally different game than what it is when you're young, but you can kind of like understand the progression and like you can put yourself sort of be like, oh, this is, and just like imagining a sport from the field level. Like when you've played football on a team, you know what it's like to be on the field as like a linebacker in that position with players at your eye level. But if you never played a sport, that whole concept is like, you're totally removed from that.
That's true. And also, it's something that like when there's people that for their career, let's say they talk about football, but they never played football. It's always a little harder to take what they have what they're saying as seriously because they've never been in an NFL locker room. They don't know what that dynamic is. I'm not saying I do.
Yeah.
But like I've never been in an NFL locker room, so how can I talk about the culture of football and talk about what it's like to be on a football team when I've never been on a football team?
Yeah. No, that's really true. And I think that's why a lot of the best people that are, you know, executives or like high up or making decisions, whether it's with like a team level or like a organizational level, it's people that have generally like done it themselves.
Yeah, I mean there's people that haven't too and they're successful.
And that works if they like, but you got to like go above and beyond if you want to be like,
if you want to be someone that didn't play the game.
Yeah,
there are people that are really good that just never really played and they are very knowledgeable and they know what's going on. But I feel like as a player, if your coach had never played before, it's pretty rare that there's a coach that hasn't played professional, whatever that sport is. I just would find it a lot harder to listen to what they're saying if they've never been at my level.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I think that it would be a lot harder. But yeah, I was just thinking about how, not that anything is like better or worse, but just how the experience of like certain games, because at the core, like video games, board, like chess and sports, they're all games. And it's just was wild to me that, you know, there's a lot of sports that you don't really and that's why I personally think basketball is cool because it's pretty accessible. It's more accessible than baseball, I would say generally, just terms of like you need shoes and a ball. I guess you don't even need shoes. You need a ball and something to throw it into.
Pretty much.
And so like you could play basketball close to how the game is played if like in most places of the world you could find a way to do that. But like, I don't know. It's just weird that I'll never really know when I watch hockey. Like, I don't know what it's like. And
maybe an ice skate.
Yeah.
It's so hard. I don't get how they do that.
Yeah. And then like you can watch videos of people training and like doing different stuff, and you can kind of get an appreciation for it and be like, wow, that looks cool, or that looks like it's probably hard, but you don't know how hard it is because you never actually tried it.
Did you see the fights the other day in the hockey game where there was right away there were fights?
What was that about?
I have no idea. So if anyone knows anything about hockey, please explain. But yeah, I guess it was like the Rangers and I want to say the Capitals or something.
Yeah.
And right when they did the like face-off thing, they just three separate people on each team just started fighting.
Maybe was there like a long going?
There had to have been something that happened in a game before that was just something. I heard there's some dude named Tom Wilson. Everyone keeps shitting on Tom Wilson.
Oh.
Something he did with his stick.
Dom.
I think he might have maybe swung a stick at someone.
Oh, maybe.
And I don't know. Maybe that's a hockey no. See, I don't know.
Or maybe he injected some stuff into a stick, or he's using like a steroid stick,
like a cork stick.
Yeah,
like
he's
a cork
using
bat.
Yeah, he's using something illegal.
Extra power. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. As a future huge Kraken fan, I should probably get to the bottom of this. I hope that we don't end up with Tom Wilson on our team because I think fuck Tom Wilson. I don't know.
I don't know. No, but if Tom Wilson comes to I'm gonna support the hell out of Tom Wilson.
I'm gonna support all the crack boys.
Yeah. Bro, that's gonna be. Are we gonna become hockey fans? Like how hard do you think?
I don't think I'm
when
gonna
it
be
launches or when like the new season starts. Do you think you're gonna be like, fuck yeah, boys! Like first Kraken game, let's go.
I'll go to a Kraken game. I don't think I'll be on top of it enough to be like the first game's on this date. Let's go to it.
Like maybe if you experience it once, you might get sucked into the crack house.
Yeah, no. Once you experience the crack house once, I think it's hard to not go back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've been to a couple hockey games and they're pretty cool, but they weren't a team that I cared about. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They're officially a team though.
I know. So. I saw that. I mean, it's like we've known for 2 years or something.
Yeah.
But
I feel like they're gonna be what the Sounders are to me, where it's like it's the other Seattle team. And I'll go to a couple Sounders games every once in a while and be like, oh, the Sounders are playing. Oh, they won. Cool.
Like, I'm glad. I take a little bit of pride of being in Seattle.
And I'm probably going to watch the game only when they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's the kind of soccer fan I am. That'll be the hockey fan.
And you'll watch the whole game if they make it to the, what's it called in hockey? The champion?
Stanley Cup.
Like you'll watch the whole game.
I'd watch some playoff. I'd watch some playoff. I've heard playoff hockey's really good, so I think I'd check it out if the Kraken were involved.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, honestly, I know some of the people that listen are like big hockey fans actually. So look for us on TV. We might maybe like. Do you think it's gonna be?
It's gonna be expensive.
Really like kind of a popular thing to do when they first launch.
I think so.
You think it'll be like packed out and stuff?
I think people are waiting for hockey around here. Yeah. Although basketball would be way bigger.
Yeah.
Basketball would be way bigger.
But I mean, basketball would be way bigger anywhere.
It's just a better sport. Unless you're in Canada.
Speaking of that unpopular opinion.
That's pretty popular, I think.
Unless you're Canadian. Depends on who you ask.
Sorry, guys.
I wanted to talk about the concept of opinions because on my TikTok thing recently, it's just like...
People don't like your opinions.
It's so funny because, anytime you watch any sort of content, it's like, generally speaking, it's someone's opinion, unless it's like a news source or a journalist who's trying to give you the cold, hard facts. Mm-hmm. But like, this whole show is our opinions, and like there's
not a lot of fact. No.
Yeah, and like the things we say, we think they're right, and that's why you say them because you believe them.
There's a lot of things I've said that I know aren't right. So let's clear that up.
Well, yeah, but my point is, I had always heard that some of these Marvel fans, Marvel specifically, has cultivated this like cultish fan base,
toxic,
very toxic cultish fan base of people that just like basically tear each other apart. Like if you like DC, but this other guy likes Marvel, there's going to be a fucking war of attrition.
Does anyone like DC more than Marvel? I don't know anyone that does.
There's definitely, because there wouldn't be a debate if there wasn't people on the other side.
I don't know. Sometimes there's debates where I don't think anyone's on one of the sides and they're just debating for no reason.
That's very true.
That's
I see
most
that on Twitter sometimes.
Sports talk shows too. When they have nothing else, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna say that Tom Brady's actually not the greatest of all time." Everyone knows he is.
Yeah. They just come up with some like kind of potentially convincing arguments.
Yeah, and then they force one of them to take the argument and then they get shit on, but they just had to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, I've been posting all these reviews. I've been watching a new superhero movie every single night and then like posting a TikTok review, and I've been doing reviews on my other YouTube channel called Hey Narwhal, which is linked below if you want to watch movie reviews. But it's just like there's people that I'm convinced don't understand that like something can be absolutely fantastic. It could be objectively amazing. One person could have an opinion that is the greatest thing ever made. And it might be one of the greatest things ever made, but there could be someone else that just has an opinion that it's not that great at all.
Did you have a very unpopular opinion?
Yeah, so like, I mean, I've had a few of them that people really hate, but today I posted one of the first Captain America.
Okay.
That shit was one of the most boring fucking movies
Bro.
I've seen in a while.
Is that the one that he starts off being really small and he's in that machine? I've seen that movie and it sucked. Yeah.
Bro, it fucking sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I gave it like a 6 or a 5, which 6 out of 10. Like, people.
It depends how you rate your numbers.
Exactly. Like, people were like thinking that was crazy low, and I'm like, dude, 6 out of 10. That means there's 5 whole notches of ways it could get worse. So it wasn't even that bad. But
True.
like, anyways, I just said I don't like it, and I always make it clear, like, you know, if you guys like a movie, that's awesome. That doesn't mean that it's like, I don't know. People have this idea that if someone shits on something they like, that now that person is saying that like you can't like it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not how that works. But like,
They also flipped that on you and said you have to like it.
yeah, and they're like, you're wrong if you don't like it.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah. Sorry?
I don't know what to tell. And there's been comments where they're like, yeah, man, like I trusted your opinion, but now your opinion's wrong. And I'm like, that's not how opinions work. So
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. People need to, I mean, part of it though is like, I mean, you are putting your opinion out there. So obviously you have to expect people are going to give their opinions to your opinion. Because if your opinion's out there, I think you give someone the right to give their opinion. But there are a lot of people on the internet that I don't know if they don't realize that you're like also just a human being with an opinion and just like them, but you posted it online. But people are just so ruthless in comments and just give no fucks about feelings or any other factors. They will look at no other factors.
Yeah.
They will take it at face value, and whatever you said is what they are going with.
yeah, no, I agree. And even there's times where people say like a one little line, and maybe if they could go back and say it again, they'd say that line with like a different word choice.
Yeah, or different inflection or something.
Yeah, and then people, it's like a totally different interpretation to people. But yeah, no, I agree. If you're going to make content, you have to be willing to like, sometimes you're going to fuck up and like say something bad or something people hate or whatever. And that's cool. And it's like, it doesn't even bother me. I really don't care. But it's more like, I actually enjoy when people are like, hey, like, I don't agree with that at all, but blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, I'm like, oh yeah, like I get that. But for me, this is whatever. And then you have like a conversation like a normal human.
Well, that's the best. That's how things are supposed to work.
Yeah. But social media is not really built for that.
No, most people, I also guarantee most of those people wouldn't say those comments to you in real life.
No. And they're not even like that hurtful. I don't think there's been any that have
Has
really
anyone
hurt my feelings.
has anyone personally attacked you?
The only personal attack was they said I had a really fucked up beard, and that got like 25 likes. So like, it's one thing if there's like a comment where it's like, oh, you know, one person thought I had a fucked up beard. But when it was like the top comment of the day,
I mean, yeah, you gotta take that with a grain of salt though. You look at how many views you have, look at how many likes that comment has. If it's 25 out of 100-something thousand people, you know, that's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah, maybe 26 people think I have a really beautiful beard.
Yeah, well. Was there a comment for that?
No.
I'll start that next comment.
Yeah.
I'll comment that next time and see.
No, I've been appreciating your comments. Every day you comment. Well, you started with dumb comments.
Yeah.
Now
I started with like comments to make people angry, and I realized that's probably not a great strategy. So now I hit you with, you look like whatever the superhero is. Do they ever get likes? I never really pay attention.
Well, some of them do. I think, so yeah, today was Captain America Steve Rogers, who's like a hot guy that I don't look like him, but like I could
compared to
appreciate that.
Yeah.
But then there was one where I looked nothing like the guy at all, and it got like 20 likes or something.
Was it Blade?
I don't know.
I hope I didn't say you look like Blade.
I don't think you said it.
Okay.
Yet. But
yeah, maybe I need to do a new comment. Maybe I'll say your beard looks nice. I'll say that next.
Okay,
So many
thanks.
likes that gets.
Yeah.
If you guys see that comment, give it a like.
Hell yeah. While we're on the topic of TikTok, so yesterday I was trying to do this post, and like I posted it, and it was a review of the Captain America movie, and then for like an hour or whatever, it kept saying the video was under review, which has happened to us like once on our PIMS account, where you post the video and you can see it, and it's like technically public, yet it's under review, so no other account can see it, even though you see it on your page. And it's not like banned or removed or anything. It's just this weird like in between process for some reason. And I spent all day like researching how to fix it and how to figure it out and how to like get it up, and I couldn't figure out anything. And I was really annoyed because generally speaking, how algorithms work is like they reward momentum. And if you post every day, you're a lot more likely to get on like the For You page and to get more stuff because they see every day people come back. So anyways, I was kind of annoyed and frustrated. I ended up saving the video, and I waited all night to see if it would like eventually work, but it never did. So this morning I was like, fuck this. I deleted it. And then I reposted it, and I had this like conspiracy theory that I honestly think the reason it got put under review is because I put the word I think it's the word America is like such a controversial and like, not controversial, but it's a argument inducing word, I feel like.
Okay.
Because the only thing I changed from the post I did yesterday and the post I did today was I removed Captain America from the title and from the thumbnail.
What'd you put?
I didn't put anything. I just like deleted it.
Oh.
And it worked fine. And now so
they're
point
banning
is,
the word America
well,
on
I don't
TikTok?
know. Like it's an AI system.
Yeah.
So it's like not a real human that did that. I'm sure it's like a robot. And so like, but I just think that maybe like they have certain keywords, and if they think it's going to be, from my understanding, if something is too graphic or you show too much skin, or if it's something that invokes violence or things that are like bordering the line of their terms of service, those are the ones that get held for review. And I think that maybe they don't like people talking about America.
So I'm confused. So is literally a robot that's doing this? So a robot could tell if like you're showing too much skin?
Yeah.
That's weird.
There's systems that can like,
there's got to be a way
robot
around that.
can, and it can also tell. Last episode you were talking about how with space, the more you think about it, the more like unbelievable it becomes. And something that does that with me is AI systems, and how like it can read a video and like it can tell what's in a video, but it's not actually like, it's not a person watching the video. It's just like a robot that knows what's in this video, but it's not like the robot is sitting there like watching. It's just deciphering that there's like that there could be like boobs based on so many billions of other boobs that it's found.
That's like, when you create a robot like that, are you just sending it a bunch of boobs so it knows like all shapes and forms and what to look for?
I think that's like the general idea.
Like you just upload like Pornhub's entire library onto this thing so it knows?
I think so, yeah. And
what kind of job would that be? Just, all right, I got to upload all the porn to make sure no boobs are allowed on TikTok.
Yeah, man. It's a wild system.
Also, all the different languages too. Like, does it know every language? Could I say horrible things in like just some rant, like Swahili or something?
That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, because
could
there's so
outsmart a
many
robot.
languages that are like very not the most popular.
Yeah, and also, what do you think that robot looks like? Like, is it a computer? Is it a big metal thing? Like, I can't even picture what that would be.
I mean, I don't know if the AI even has like a body.
Yeah.
It's not, like,
oh man,
I
it's
mean,
so confusing.
Like, yeah, I'm sure they have. I know what you're asking. I think you're like,
is it a computer?
Where is it stored? And
Yeah,
like,
like
what does it look like?
TikTok headquarters are like a robot room.
Yeah, like I'm sure there's a server room or shit like that where there's huge fucking computers with all this data, and I'm sure it's a part of a big system.
Just think about the electric bill in like a building like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But also, it can tell if something's like copyrighted content, which doesn't make any sense to me that like a system can tell. Like if I film a TV screen with my phone
Yeah.
and I upload it to YouTube, it immediately, as soon as you upload it, it gets like a copyright notice, and it literally tells you who owns the rights to what you filmed. So if you filmed a TV show and tried to upload it, it would say like Universal Pictures, blah, 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 like copyright. And I'm like, how does it know that?
Well, I mean, if it's probably already on YouTube, or maybe they just have like there's a copyright database
where like all the famous things are uploaded to there.
And they just have it all memorized, where if they see a little scene from it, they'll be like, nope.
Yeah, I get it's something like that. It's just wild to me that that's possible.
Yeah, we live in a day and age where you can't take someone else's shit. Like you can't take their content. Or like way back in the day, it's just, I feel like it's way harder to get away with little things today as it is back then.
Oh yeah, there's this one guy on TikTok that like blew up from this one trend, and like you probably have seen him. I don't know his name, forgive me, but basically he gained 3 million followers in a couple months doing this one trend like over and over and over. And then it got basically found out that like every video he was posting was like an idea from a different creator, that like a smaller person that he saw on his For You page, and he just remade the exact same concept but like made it a little different. Bro. But it's very obvious that like there's no way you thought of that exact same concept. And then other creators started saying like, yo, this guy's stealing people's shit left and right, like all his content is stolen. And now he's like making his own content because all his whole comments were people just shitting on him. So eventually he decided to stop, and now his videos suck and like they're not funny at all, and everybody's commenting like, yep, guys, I think he's making his own videos now.
Yeah, I mean, that would be one of the most infuriating things, being just, I mean, like us, if there was a podcast that was taking all of our ideas or just replicating our episodes or something and uploading it.
Yeah.
And we noticed it, but we're small, so what are we supposed to do about it?
Exactly. And I mean, we've joked about, like, we're totally joking, but there's been times where like we post an episode and then 2 months later the Basement Yard or like a show, or even it's happened with like Tiny Meat Gang and like different shows then talk about the same topic, and that like someone talking about the same topic or doing the same game as you, like that's not stealing, that's just like inspiration. And it's also just coincidence. Sometimes people just have the same idea.
Well, it's also things that are going around. Yeah. Everyone's doing.
Yeah. But there are times though, I don't know if it's ever happened to me, but I definitely know people where their idea was so unique that there is no possible way someone did that on their own. Like they definitely stole it from you. And that would be infuriating.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You don't have rights on your ideas.
Yeah.
Unless you've maybe posted it and they take something from it. But yeah.
Yeah, but fortunately, like you said, things have gotten a lot better in terms of like stealing other people's content. So this was a very long-winded way of saying, basically, I was trying to upload every day because it helps the system. And then yesterday, I just couldn't upload. Like, I didn't know what to do. It didn't work. So I was like, fuck that. Like, that's annoying, but whatever. I'll post the next day. So then this morning, I got up and I posted, and it worked. And like, I changed one thing and it worked. And like, originally, I was like really annoyed, but then I was like, you know what? This actually ended up benefiting me because now I'm a day ahead of schedule, so I don't have to stress about it, and I still did another video or whatever. So now tomorrow's video is already done, and I sat back and I was like, you know what? This really did in the long run benefit me, and it made me feel like, I don't know, sometimes you have those moments where you're like, you know, maybe that happened for a reason on purpose, and like if you can just change your perspective of how you look at it.
That's a great way of looking at things.
Yeah, so now I'm like, you know what? That was good because now there's less stress in my life every day because I'm ahead of schedule, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to stay up as late and shit like that. And I don't know. I just wanted to encourage you guys. Sometimes those situations where you're really fucking pissed and it ruined your day, it could potentially have like helped you in a way.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's more obvious than others. Like this one was pretty obvious to me because I now have a whole nother video ready. But other times you might not really see it. But my point is there are times when like really annoying or frustrating days ended up like leading to like better things.
Okay. So at what point are you going to be tired of watching a movie every single day?
Oh, I'm tired.
I don't know how you do it. I can't. I'm not a big movie guy. I can't watch a movie every single day, especially movies that I don't want to watch.
That's the thing. I obviously like movies a lot, so a movie a day is doable. Like, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's some nights where you're done at work at like 7 or 8 some nights. The last thing you want to do some days is like focus and pay attention to a movie. Sometimes I just want to like fucking veg out and play play like It Takes Two or something. But yeah, I mean, I don't think, but my point is I really like movies, and if it was like movies I wanted to watch, I don't think I'd mind at all. But the fact that like
you just not
these are all the same, and I'm like, bruh.
Yeah. How many more do you have?
Like 60, 50.
Oh.
I think it's gonna be like another 2 months. I think a month and a half, which I can deal. I can handle.
All right. I mean, it's your funeral.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I like having a challenge.
Yeah.
I always like having something going on in my life that's a challenge.
What if you could just take life as your challenge?
It's not enough. It's not.
Your life's not challenging enough?
No.
Oh.
That's why. That's the whole point. That's why I do all these stupid fucking challenges.
How privileged of you to say.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm serious. Like,
good recognition.
I'm very. No, I'm fortunate that I like found a job recently, and that like hypothetically I could not do this podcast, not do any other content, and just like do my job, pay my rent, and like hang out.
Yeah.
And like I'd be fine, but that just doesn't sound fun at all.
No, it really doesn't. Because then you're not really working towards anything.
I know.
Unless you want to keep building up your job, but
yeah,
I don't know.
That's part of like van life that scares me. Because van life, it is very appealing. The only thing that holds me back from being like, yes, van life is the way, is
a van.
No,
probably.
It's not the van, actually. It's just the thought of like, if you organize your life in a way to where your goal is to like be very free like that. Like if you live in a van, you have the freedom to do things when you want, do whatever you want, go wherever you want. But like, if there's that much freedom, I feel like it's like bad for me sometimes to just not to allow myself to like not have this direction. And some people love that because it's like wake up every day and I can do whatever I want. There's no rules. There's no real work. And obviously they have to make some money, but like I don't know if that would be good for me.
I don't think so either. When you first brought that up for van life, that was one of the first things that came to my mind. Is it doesn't seem like, knowing you like to have, I think, structure, and I feel like you need to have, I mean, things that you're doing and things that you're working on. But the biggest appeal with van life is that you don't need those things. And so
I know, I'm torn.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a way you could do it where you're living in a van and you're still doing all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's gonna be harder though, because what you want to do is a lot of technology stuff,
and it requires sitting down inside and shit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree. But
do you think it's still an option in your cards, van life?
Oh, at some point, yeah. Like it's not out of the range of possibility.
Can you give like a percentage?
I think there's a 60% chance that at some point in the next 10 years,
wow,
I get a van. But it might not be like a permanent. It might be a thing where I have an apartment, but I also just like have a van.
Okay.
And it's like I drive with it, or sometimes I go on weekend trips in it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, you could also just get like a trailer that you pull around in your car, and you could just go camping.
That too. Yeah, if I get a truck and a trailer, but then you need a truck and a trailer.
Yeah. You've also never really been camping.
No, I don't want to go real camping. I don't want to where I have to be like cold in a tent.
You're gonna be cold in a van though, and I guess you have a bed.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know.
There's no heater. You know, I mean, there's a heater, but you can't like keep your car on.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that all night. You just got to suffer through it.
Yeah, we got to get Turner on here. He would have all the answers to these van life questions.
Turner. Bro, I thought you were coming to Seattle.
Just drive that van on over.
Yeah, there's this one guy that I've known through YouTube for literally years named Turner. Well, his name's not even fucking Turner. His name's Matt.
I don't even know his name.
It's so weird when people go by their last names, because then when you meet them, well, and his last name
is a first name.
I don't even know if Turner's his last name. Matt. let us know. Sorry, I'm sure Matt, he listens to a lot of the episodes. We call him Turner, but I've known him through YouTube literally forever, but I've never met him.
How'd you guys meet?
He commented on one of my vlogs, and then I went to his channel, and he made like kind of cool similar videos, and he was a videographer.
Nice. You guys just hooked up and...
Yeah, we hooked up.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what parents would call meeting up.
Yeah.
We would call that fucking.
Well...
Anyways.
I mean...
What?
What did you think I did with him?
Nothing. Met up. Netflix and chilled in his van.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Just want to make sure
Just
we're on the
watch
same
Netflix.
page.
I love watching Netflix and chilling with Jordan like every
Dude,
night.
I Netflix and chill with the boys all the time.
All the time. Have all the boys over, just watch Netflix and just chill.
Yeah.
You know, take your clothes off.
Yeah.
Summertime.
Let me see.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that okay, how do I say this? Okay, have you noticed that most pizza places that have delivery people, they always have a guy, they have an older man with a ponytail. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Why is that such a thing? Every like Domino's or Papa John's has a delivery driver that is a man that is in his 40s or 50s with a long, long ponytail.
And is it white hair?
Gray or white.
Yeah, gray or white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that? And why are they pizza drivers? Delivery drivers.
I think that maybe... I think it's just got to be a coincidence. I don't think there's anything about like working at a pizza place that attracts that particular niche type of person.
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering.
It's got to just be a coincidence.
Coinky dink. It blows my mind. Most places I see, there ends up being a guy with a long ponytail.
Is the guy who delivered your pizza recently? Is that what brought it up? Did he have a ponytail?
There was a guy that was walking out of the Domino's when we were going to pick it up, and it looked just like the dude from my local Domino's that I remembered because I was like, whoa, there's a dude with a long ponytail. And now I saw this guy, and I've seen other ponytail delivery drivers around the world, you know. But there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
I just want...
Dude, this is so fucking loud. And he's probably going to be doing that all fucking episode. We're already halfway through the episode. We might as well just send it.
That's right.
So... Did you ask him? Or are you like, hey, are you the guy near my Domino's?
Yeah, we didn't really get that far. He had a pizza to deliver.
Yeah.
They never seem like they're in good moods, too. The guy that we used to deliver pizzas to me, it's hard to be in a good mood, yeah.
Who'd be in a good mood delivering pizza?
Yeah, but he would always just kind of hand me my pizza and not say anything and then, like, quickly walk off.
Maybe he was scared of you.
I'm pretty intimidating.
Maybe you smell bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, I used to, like, on Fridays... Every single Friday in late middle school, for some reason I wouldn't hang out with my friends. I would just always order a Domino's pizza, and I would just crush it.
Wait, what? I never knew this.
Yeah, I don't know.
On Fridays.
Yeah,
you avoided hanging out with people so you could order pizza by yourself.
Yeah, not so I could order pizza by myself, but I would in turn end up ordering pizza by myself.
So you kind of you just liked having chill alone time to end a week.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I like having a day where it's just me and I'm kind of doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. I liked it a lot more back then than I do now.
Yeah. That's so weird. I never knew that.
Did
you? So would you make excuses or if you were like, oh, Kyle, we're gonna go. Wait, what grade was this? Did you say?
This is middle school. I mean, it's not like I did it every single Saturday. Or every Friday. I mean, it was just most Fridays. I remember getting home, and then my mom would be like, "Hey, what do you want for dinner?" And I'd be like, "Let's get some fucking Domino's."
Dude,
I would just crush a Domino's pizza.
That kind of makes sense because I think that was probably before you got Xbox Live, maybe.
That's probably you guys were probably doing that, or you guys were going to football games or something. And for whatever reason, I didn't like going to the football games because it was a big social anxiety thing for me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I would eat a fucking pizza by myself.
so while me and Shim and Willig were being cool, trying to meet girls because we were in our adolescence, trying to be like, hey, yo,
I was getting intimate with a pizza.
Yeah. Kyle was sitting at home playing GameCube.
Yeah. And by the sound of it, you'd think that I was like a 200-pound 13-year-old. No, I barely weighed 100 pounds, if that.
Yeah. What's weird is I don't have any memory. I think because I've always been at a generally normal weight, that's one of those things where weight has never even been a part of my life that I've ever thought of until literally 2 years ago when we started the podcast. And like
when Dan said you had a dad bod.
Well, that was never even a weight thing. That was like I just wanted to get a little more fit type of thing. But it's just crazy that like do you remember your weights at kind of different points in your life and when you passed like 100 pounds or when?
I don't specifically remember that, but like height and weight were always something that I was insecure about because I was always really small.
Yeah.
You were always just like average sized.
Yeah.
So that's probably something that never even crossed your mind. It was always on my mind. Like it was always something that if anyone would talk about like someone being really skinny, I would get insecure.
Yeah, dude. And that's something that like I'm sure a ton of kids probably deal with that. That's something I've just never experienced in my life. And I never was one to like bully people or like make jokes about being skinny, but I know in middle school that's a big thing is like, oh, like so fucking tiny and like just
that's how I was. That was my identifying factor is like I was the little kid.
Yeah. and even people who are like really a little overweight and I wonder if being really tall, like if there's a young girl who's kind of going through puberty and she's like way taller than all the other girls, that's also got to be like a really tough thing.
I think also for girls is feet, the size of their shoes. Because my sister, I don't know if she might get mad at me if I tell. I think I've already said once I called her Bigfoot and she cried. Oh yeah, she was insecure about the size of her feet. She grew early, so I wasn't taller than her until I don't even think I was taller than her in high school. Yeah, like early high school.
Well, yeah, it's like
and she's only like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, this sounds like mean, but it's just really not. This is more I'm just trying to like give an observation, but like in my head, since like you're taller than her now, but I associated her being like a pretty tall sister for her age, like for so many years that now when I just think of like your family, I kind of like picture her taller than you.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But like she's not, but it's just like I have so many memories of like Kyle having a kind of tall sister.
Well, most of our lives she's been taller than me.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird. I wasn't taller than her probably till I was because it's sophomore year I was 5'7" and she's 5'9". Probably junior year is when I was taller than her. So wow,
so you were like 16 or 17.
So I've only been taller than her for like 7 years.
Yeah. When did you stop growing? Like when did you kind of actually finally have a growth spurt, and when did that when did you fully stop?
I found something that freshman year I was 5 foot, I think 5'3" or 5'5", like 110 pounds. Okay. So I was really tiny. I think I just slowly grew every year.
But I mean, in college, do you think you were still growing?
I might have got a little taller, but I don't know because I can tell my voice has changed still. Yeah. From like 3 years ago, even. I don't know. Maybe that's not true.
Do you think a part of your voice is based on confidence? Or do you think it's mainly just natural, just the way you talk? I don't know, because I thought subconsciously, if I was like insecure for like many years, you probably just develop a habit of speech in a way that sounds not as confident, which in turn might change like the tone of your voice, you know?
Yeah. And that's also kind of how some people that are really hunched over, a lot of people that are really tall are really hunched over because they don't want to be as seen. Yeah. I was someone that I didn't want to be seen really much. I don't know why, but I was always hunched over and like looking down. I always looked down when I was a kid.
Yeah. I think part of the reason I have terrible posture is like, I'm so sorry guys. Like, there's been so much construction going on outside the studio for the last like 3 or 4 months, but it is almost done. Within like 2 weeks from now, there will be no more sounds happening. But like you guys would always say that I always would like really hunch at the lunch table. Yeah. Like I'd eat my food like really terrible posture. And I think part of that is just being like the persona that I had in high school was like angry all the time and like emotionless kind of. Yeah. And I kind of like, not that I took pride in it, but I was like I'm going to be this like stoic but like kind of angry person because I don't want to like, I don't know. I wanted to kind of be angry because it felt like it like made me
unique or something,
harder or like tougher, which I think it did. Like it helped me, but at the same time, it's not even that I was angry. It's just that like I wanted people to think that I like
had like an edge to you,
had an edge of some sort, which is fucking dumb.
So hunching over the lunch table.
Well, part of it
edge?
was like me just like being like hunched over and just dark kind of.
No, I get that.
And apparently it worked because Joe said that he thought all of high school, he thought that I fucking hated him. When I never talked to him, but he just thought that I hated him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Joe embarrassed me in front of the whole school.
Yeah.
So
I had this like concept that like I wanted people to think that like I had no reason to like talk to them, kind of.
Like you wanted to feel like they didn't matter to you.
I didn't want to make them feel like they didn't matter, but I wanted it to seem like I had my own mission and like
you're not worried about them.
I'm not concerned with anything you have to say, and it's not in like a disrespectful way, but it's more of like I just don't care.
Like I know what I want.
Yeah, and like as a result, I felt like I probably was very cold to a lot of people, which it's just funny now because I feel like I'm so not like that.
Yeah. Do you think you're gonna go to the high school reunion whenever that happens? I don't even know when that would be. 2026.
Yeah, let me check my time.
I mean, we're halfway there.
That's crazy.
That's weird.
It's just so weird that kids a year younger than us are about to be done with college too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's just so weird to me for some reason. But, yeah, I never disliked, as much as it might sound like I hated high school. I had a weird relationship with it where like, in terms of sports and extracurriculars, I was like this depressed, hated everyone type of person. But then generally speaking, I really enjoyed high school. And like, there's a lot of people that I want to see. Mm-hmm. But I know that you and Shim both
I'm
have
the complete
desire.
opposite. I loved playing sports, but I hated school. Not that I hated school. Well, I hated school, but I didn't like the community,
the social aspect.
Like I loved my friends, and I'm very thankful I have my friends, but it's a pretty small portion of people that I really care to see. Yeah, and that's I don't mean that in a mean way. I just like, you have your life, I have mine. Like we don't really care. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. I think like something I'm really grateful about high school is that I was friends with like multiple different groups, kinda, because there was like one group that like it was the main boys, but then I also had this whole other group that I really grew to enjoy and hung out with them quite a bit. I don't really talk to them anymore, but then there was also like at the time I had a girlfriend, so then I became friends with a lot of her friends who I still talk to. So there's like a lot of people that I still feel like I at least respect. Like a lot of them are people we're all, we'll text each other a couple times a year and just like random things. And those are the type of people that I look forward to kind of seeing,
Yeah. Did you steal any friends from her?
I didn't like steal any, but there are people that like were her friends that I talk to kind of frequently.
Okay.
That like I just would say are my friends now.
Cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of an aggressive question.
No, that happens though.
Yeah.
People steal friends.
I mean, I can't even imagine if like I dated someone and then she just became really good friends with all of our friends and then we break up and then she's just like always at your house or something, or like,
yeah, that'd be so weird.
Be so uncomfortable with that.
Or like if you have a really good friend and then you introduce them to like a new person and then like if they just became best friends,
yeah,
and then,
like better friends than you are,
they just don't really hang out with you anymore. That's probably happened to people too.
Oh, definitely.
That would suck.
Yeah, just don't have a lot of new friends, so I haven't really run into that issue. If anyone wants to be my friend,
yeah, bro, I haven't made like a new friend. When's the last time you made a new friend?
I think we've talked about this before.
Really?
Just like coworkers, but
okay.
Not like I don't know. I have my people, and like it's not that I'm like against friends. I have my people. I'm not out seeking friends. It's also we're in a pandemic, so it's not like I'm meeting people at a bar.
You could now. Bars are open back up, kind of.
It's true.
I think Joe is the newest friend I made.
Oh yeah, there you go,
Joe. Shout out to you, friend.
Yeah,
Feels weird calling people friend.
I see him on TV all the time too.
Yeah, bro.
I got a famous
He's a
friend.
superstar.
Yeah.
Kyle's gonna meet a girl at a bar one day and be like, "Hey, see that guy?"
She's
She's gonna
my
be
friend.
she's gonna be like, "Oh, Mike Trout."
Like,
You're gonna be like, no.
See the guy on the stool sitting behind him? He's my friend.
Yeah. It's honestly cooler.
Yeah. I'd
It's
rather
like
be friends with
way
Joe than
more
Mike
people see Mike Trout than see Joe. It's more rare. It's like a hidden breed of animal.
Yeah, like would more people have Mike Trout's autograph or Joe's?
Yeah. Do you think more people have photos with Mike Trout or with a snow leopard?
Exactly. I don't know. Snow leopards are pretty rare, so
They're pretty rare.
they are pretty rare.
Okay, guys. Should we hop into the segments?
Do it.
All right, guys. If you're new around here, today we got A and F, and we did have the battle bracket, but the battle bracket is now over. So if you guys have any other ideas for a cool segment for the what day? Are these the Thursday
These
episodes?
are Mondays.
Mondays?
Also, we're closing in on 250, so we're starting a new season fairly soon.
Yes. And
So, any ideas for new fucking segments? That would be fantastic.
just DM us on Instagram at PIMS Podcast, and we'll definitely, respond to you guys. Let's start with the Fs this week, so we can end on some positive vibes.
All right, let's start off horrible.
Yeah. So who failed?
Okay, mine is in Orlando. You know how we talked about there was the new In-N-Out in Colorado, and there was a really long line. There was a 4-hour wait, which is it was over a mile-long line for a new White Castle in Orlando.
Bro.
And I've never had White Castle because, Washington, we don't really have White Castle. But from what I hear of what White Castle is, it seems like it is just immediate diarrhea. And it is one of the lowest quality fast food places.
Yeah, it's weird. I've heard like 80% of people that I ever hear talk about it say it's dog shit and just cheapest shit ever. But then other people, I hear a small minority who says it's fire. But it gives off a lot of Burger King vibes.
It does. It looks like it'll just make you poop.
Yeah. And it looks like
Just
it's one of those things where if you're on a road trip and you don't have anywhere else to stop, you would go to Newcastle. You would just
White Castle.
White Castle, but you would just kind of regret it afterwards.
Yeah. I think most fast food you regret afterwards.
But some fast food you look forward to eating, like
what?
For me, McDonald's.
I don't.
You don't like you're not like, I know I'm gonna hurt later, but I'm still excited for this moment.
No, I have no excitement for McDonald's. I get a little more excited for KFC because I like chicken.
Okay. KFC apparently has a new crispy chicken sandwich that is really great, surprisingly.
Okay.
So I'm
try
gonna try it. Wait, what was the F? Oh, White Castle.
Just Orlando.
Why would you wait for 4 hours for that?
Why would you wait for 4 hours for anything?
In-N-Out, if it's opening day, In-N-Out, bro, if an
4 hours.
If an In-N-Out opened it in Seattle, the greater Seattle area, it would be like a 9-hour wait.
Well, you know what everyone's doing when everyone's waiting in that line? I'm going to Dick's and I'm getting like 10 burgers for $10.
Yeah, well, they aren't as good.
That's true, but they're way cheaper, and I don't have to wait 4 hours.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, who's your F this week?
My F this week is Twitter, because they implemented a new. They're starting to roll out a new feature that is so fucking stupid. I actually should Google to make sure this is real.
Is it the donation thing?
No.
I just saw Twitter's adding donations into people's profiles. Like you can add your Cash App.
Yeah, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, that's sick. I was like, how's that an F?
I'm just going to say right now, I don't know if this is real. I've seen people tweet about it in the gaming scene, but I have the screenshot of it looks legit, but I also just Googled it and I don't see anything about articles about Twitter announcing this.
Well, it won't be the first time you've come here with something that's not true.
Whoa, you've come here with quite a few that aren't true either.
That's true, but there was just one time where you came 2 days or 2 separate episodes in a row with something that wasn't real.
Okay, that did happen. But you said Belle Delphine had 1.8 million subs on her OnlyFans.
That was just
she had 40,000.
That was a misread, That one's on me.
Okay. So we're just going to assume this is real, even though it might not be. But basically, from my understanding, Twitter is implementing this new feature called a Megablock. And it says Megablock lets you nuke a tweet. And then it says, don't like a bad tweet? Block the tweet, its author, and every single person who liked it in one click.
Oh, so okay, so let's say you're super political, you're on one side of politics, and if you see like Trump tweet, you could just block him
do a Megablock
and then block all the followers.
It blocks every single person that interacted, that liked it, retweeted it, posted it, or whatever.
Like,
and I think that sounds like the worst thing ever, because all it's doing, I don't know if this is real. If it's, let's just entertain the idea that it is real.
Okay. Israel
is real.
It's a country.
Is like all that's doing is allowing these people to live even further into an echo chamber than they already are.
Yeah.
Like Twitter's whole algorithm already shoves your feed with the shit that it knows you already agree with.
True.
It very rarely do you see like a tweet from your opposing political side that is like a valid point that like people are supporting. You don't see that shit.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it is weird if you look at different people's timelines, how different the things that pop up are. Like, it's weird. When I liked a tweet the other day that it was talking about an NBA player. It was talking about Matisse Thybulle, he's from here, so I liked the tweet because it was talking about him. And he never really pops up on my feed. And since I favorited that tweet, I get so many tweets about him. And it's just like, I favorited one tweet.
Yeah, dude.
Twitter knows.
It knows, bro.
Fucking Jack. At Jack
from
Twitter.
So you just gotta not like any tweets about Matisse and they'll slowly go away.
Stupid.
But I don't know. I just think that this feature is like so dumb because it just allows people to just continue. I don't know. There's one side of it that I'm like, this could kind of be good if someone says like something really racist or really bad. Like the only people who would like that are people who are probably also racist. But
even then, it's like, is blocking them really gonna do anything?
You're just not gonna unnecessary.
See it. Yeah.
Just seems like a lot.
And if there's so many things on Twitter that you don't want to see, just don't go on Twitter.
Exactly.
It's like,
if you want to like mega block and block the 20,000 people that liked this tweet, why don't you just not go on Twitter?
Or just scroll right past them and you'll never see them again.
Yeah. So there you go. Kyle, on a positive note, what's your A this week?
Okay, this one's actually really cool. So there's a guy named Drew Robinson who he was a professional baseball player for a while. I think he played with the Rangers. And during, I think early in the pandemic, I want to say April, he was really, really depressed and he tried to shoot and kill himself. Jeez. And he wrote a whole thing in this, it's called the Players Tribune. He wrote a whole article about it. And basically what happened was like, he shot himself in the eye he lived.
What the
and
fuck?
Now he has he's changed his perspective. He's, I think, obviously gone and seen counseling and stuff like that. And he's changed his outlook on life and he wants to live.
That's good.
And so now he's back playing baseball. He's with the Giants. He has one eye and he's in the minor leagues. And I think he's making his debut today. He's already played, I think.
Damn.
But he could be, if he gets called up, he could be the first one-eyed Major League Baseball player.
Wow. So he was in the majors?
Mm-hmm.
And when, like, how long ago was this?
He's been around for, I remember him playing for the past maybe 3 years. So he's like a younger player, but he's been around, kind of bounced up in between the minors and the majors. And yeah, I think it was right when the pandemic started is when he did that. He tried to commit suicide and it didn't work. And he's just changed his life around. And it's a really inspiring story. I recommend you guys look that story up and read it because it's really powerful. It's really cool.
What's his name again?
Drew Robinson.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's crazy with one eye.
Trying to play baseball
of all sports. No depth perception. Like,
yeah.
I don't see how
what
that's possible.
What position does he play?
I want to say he's an outfielder.
That'd be
even
so
that
hard
would be
trying
hard.
to catch a fly ball with one eye.
I don't know. I mean, he must be good. He's a good player because he played before. Also, I'm gonna
hit.
With
one eye.
I don't know. No depth perception. Like if I do anything with my eye closed, if you throw a ball to me, I don't think I could catch it.
Yeah, like I wonder if you adapt and your body just learns, like it perceives depth in like a different way.
I guess.
I don't know.
Also, but there was did you see the article of the kid that lives around here that's blind and he's a defensive end and he's getting scholarship offers?
Yeah.
I haven't seen his highlights or anything, but like
how? How does he know where the ball goes?
I don't know. But that's insane.
He's like legally blind.
Yeah.
And he's a defensive lineman and he got recruited.
Yeah.
That's wild.
He must be doing something well. I don't know how.
Dude, they must have like a whole system on their defense where they like have call outs basically as to where the ball is.
I could see him maybe being like maybe a defensive tackle
Where he just like basically fills
just go
the
straight,
gap.
but he wasn't that huge. I don't know. Crazy.
I don't understand how you can shoot yourself in the eye and not have like brain. Did he have brain damage?
Like
where does the bullet go?
I don't know.
Clearly went through his eye, and then it's just crazy that doesn't kill you sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. I read the story a while ago. But I mean, we learned about it. That dude named Phineas Gage in psychology, where he had like a pole go through his skull, like through his chin, out to the top of his head,
and he was like walking around like that.
Yeah, and he lived, but it changed his brain chemistry because it separated two. It like separated his brain somehow and like fucked up his. So he was a different person after. I don't know.
So wild.
The brain's crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. That's a cool story.
Yeah. What's your A?
All right, my A this week is a kid named Tommy.
Tommy.
Well, his like alias is Tomii, and he's an 11-year-old kid from Chile. Is it Chile? Chile. And he has brain cancer, but basically he said that like his lifelong dream was he always wanted to have like 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and he wanted to be like a content creator. And the internet banded together and they got him 5 million subscribers in 2 days.
Let's go.
So Tommy now has over 5 million subs with like one video.
I'm going to go sub to Tommy real quick.
Yeah, so I don't know if his YouTube channel is, I think it might literally just be Tomii, but
T-O.
Yeah, oh my God, he has 8.2 million now.
Let's go. All right.
His channel is Tommy11, Tomii space 11. He now has 28 videos.
Bro, he's got his first video's got 2.8 million. Second one's got 3.2. Let's go.
Yeah, bro. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think that's really amazing, and I just love stuff like that when, the internet comes together to do cool things.
Yeah. Shout out to Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy's a legend, and I don't know. I just love shit like that.
Go sub to Tommy.
There you go, guys. Anything else, Kyle?
I have absolutely nothing. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. If you guys want to go get some extra content, you can head to patreon.com/PIMS podcast, where you can find
deleted scenes.
I was going to start off with feet, but feet was too aggressive to start with.
Deleted scenes and bloopers. What do we offer? Patreon pre-shows,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Just go look. It's cool. Patreon.com/PIMS podcast. If you want a shirt like the one Kyle's wearing right now, or if you want a cool hat or hoodie, the hoodies are my favorite. You can get those at pims.store. And yeah, definitely be sure to follow me on my TikTok to follow along with the movie journey at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And also check out the movie review channel. It's all linked down below. That has videos every other day. So if you guys just can't get enough of me and you just want more.
I can't get enough. I need more striped shirts.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll come with another striped shirt tomorrow. I have a third one that I don't wear as much.
3 striped shirts?
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot of stripes.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. We love you, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.